This really nice lady that was stabled behind us came over and was like, "You're already signed up for all these classes. Why don't you just show this new mule I got?" I don't know if he knows much. I know he was a racing mule up at Bishop. Just try him out. I rode him in barrels and Western riding and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, this mule's fun. But he had the bad habit of bolting when you'd get on and off. So you had to be pretty good about landing on your feet when you dismounted. I would kind of show him for a few years off and on. She was going to Bishop and I was going to be there. I would show Francis. I always liked him. I just thought he was the cutest little thing. And real sensitive, always kind of worried, the boogeyman somewhere, you know. And then years go by, I hadn't really heard from the gal that owned him, and she called me out of the blue one day and was like, "Do you think you could ever buy him?" I go, "I have a yearling mule, I'll trade you." I was shocked. She was like, "Yeah, come up today and swap him out." So I've never hooked up a trailer that fast in my whole life, and I went up there and got Francis, and you know, I rode him for years. I would go to a lot of the local dressage shows, and he was funny. He really liked the dressage thing, I think, because it was just him and me and we could just focus. I think to be humble, especially a mule, will teach you that pretty quick. You know, the second you think you're doing really good, something happens and all of a sudden you're like, got to go back to the basics again. You know, I remember a few years ago, Sam and I, my daughter, we decided to take Francis up to Bishop and show him, and he was doing great. She showed him, I showed him, we were crying, he was doing good, you know, you're thinking he's getting older, it's maybe his last time going to Bishop, and I'm warming him up for our dressage class, and it was our best. I've never had that good of a ride on that mule. He was warming up so well. We go in to do our test, I'm thinking I'm gonna nail this. Some guy walks down the bleacher, scares him. We barely get through our test, you know, and after that, he wouldn't go in that same arena ever again. So they humble you, and you got to just kind of go into it and not be so competitive. Just be like, you know what? It is what it is. We're going to do the best we can, and worst case scenario, we'll get some nice pictures of us at a show. I think that horses really do teach you to be a humble person.